owner and director of the Windcraft Music Centre. Elli Michael will be presenting workshops and concerts with the guitarist, composer Itamar Erez and percussionist Yshai Afterman. I spoke to her about the plans for the forthcoming concerts. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Good evening. Hello, Saskia.
What is it that captured you about the Israeli duo Itamar Erez and Yshai Afterman?
This duo is actually a very unique duet, playing original music by Itamar Erez. What captured me was this blend of music styles that have in their music. Playing original compositions by Itamar, inspired by the Middle Eastern jazz, Brazilian flamenco traditions, and all blended and fused into a very unique sound.
Itamar's music really ranges from classical right through to jazz and beyond. So I guess having started his studies in Düsseldorf and then moved to Scotland for compositional studies, where one really hears these influences.
Yes, that's right. It's a quite familiar sound for us, since we are so close to the Eastern Mediterranean tradition we share in this part of Mediterranean. But still, you can hear a lot of influences in his music. Middle Eastern music is prominent in his compositions, I would say, but you can hear the Spanish influence on his guitar playing, jazz improvisations, and as I said, he has a very unique sound. And what is also quite unique on his playing is that the fact that he uses a special guitar which can produce quarter notes imitating the sound of the oud, a traditional string instrument playing in the Middle Eastern region.
Do you feel, from a marketing perspective, because it's, of course, you're a musician, but it's not only that, it's also about selling a concert, that something that's unique is easier to sell, or sometimes is that more difficult in a way to describe to people what they're going to hear in a concert?
Of course, it's not easy to reach a wide audience if you're playing something quite unique. But I would say that having a fresh proposed suggestion to offer to an audience is always quite interesting. Instrumental music in general and jazz music has in Cyprus a quite close audience. It's not a very wide audience that will go to such a concert. But I would encourage everyone to give them a chance and listen to this new sound.
I just don't understand why it's so difficult for people to try something new. I always say, well, if you don't like something, you can always get up and leave, I guess. But at least give it that opportunity. Somehow taking that extra step to get them into the venue, into the concert hall, seems to be very difficult in Cyprus.
Well, I'd say that of course it's easier for someone to follow a concert and a music that is familiar to him, especially instrumental music. It's not that easy to follow if you're not a musician, if you cannot understand what's really going on the stage. But it's not just understanding the music; it's also the feelings that will give you. I mean, you will experience a new world if you listen to music that is quite new, I would say.
Itamar Erez joins Yshai Afterman, the percussionist. Now, his music's described as technical, rhythmic, that fits with percussion, but then melodic too. In which way is his music melodic?
First of all, I should say that I had the opportunity to meet Yshai Afterman as a teacher last year, and I can guarantee from first hand that his music is melodic, even though he's a percussionist. He has a very unique approach to rhythm, and you can actually listen to melodies played on his bandir or on his rig, his frame drums. It's something you should listen to in order to understand what I mean.
So there's a definite invitation to everybody. Now you've got concerts, two concerts taking place, one on the 14th and one on the 15th. The 14th in Limassol at the Old Vinegar House. and on
That's
the 15th
right.
at Windcraft Music Centre. You've also arranged workshops, which I think is wonderful, for guitar and percussion lessons. Tell us all the details about that.
Yshai Afterman will give 2 workshops, both in Nicosia and in Limassol. In Limassol on the 14th and in Nicosia on the 15th of March. The first workshop will start at 10 each day, and it's a frame drum workshop for all levels. And the second workshop starts at 12, and it's open to all instrumentalists and composers. It will be a workshop on rhythmic improvisation and composition.
How can people apply to come?
People should reserve a place by calling me at, I can give them the telephone
Yes,
number
please.
at the end. It's 2237-7748. As I said, Itamar will also give a workshop for guitarists on the 15th in Nicosia only. He will give 2 workshops. First one on fingerstyle guitar technique used in flamenco, and the second one on improvisation and composition.
And who do you expect to come to the workshops?
Musicians, guitarists should attend Itamar's workshops, and as I said, Yshai's workshops are open for all instrumentalists and specifically frame drum players with at least some experience in playing frame drums.
Right. Is there a fee for the lessons?
Yes, workshops cost 15 euro per workshop, and each workshop lasts 1 hour and a half.
Is it open to the public if someone's interested in the workshops?
Yes. Well, listeners are welcome. Mm-hmm.
Once again, so that number is 22377748.
That's right. All information can also be found on our website, windcraftmusic.com, and feel free to send a message through the website if you prefer than calling.
Tickets at the door as well on the evening?
Tickets at the door, but people should reserve tickets since there's high demand.
Once again, let me just give that number. It's 22377748, and you should reserve your tickets for the concerts. Elli, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. We wish you everything of the best.
Thank you.
The music of guitarist, composer Itamar Erez and percussionist Yshai Afterman. And here's one more of their tracks. Thanks to Elli for bringing in their music here to the Cyprus Broadcasting Corporation. So a reminder for those who may have just joined us, this is 6 to 8 with me, Saskia Constantinou. Another track of Itamar Erez and percussionist Yshai Afterman.